Didi was a street cat, but she had a secret. She was smart and curious, and she knew all about the world beyond her alley. She spent her days exploring, finding food wherever she could, and watching the people and animals go by. But there was one place she longed to go, the veterinary clinic next to her alley. From her hiding spot in the shadows, Didi watched the doors of the clinic with longing. She knew that inside there were other cats, dogs, and even birds and rabbits. She could hear their barks, meows, chirps, and whimpers through the walls. Sometimes she even saw their owners come out, looking relieved and happy. Didi imagined what it must be like to be taken care of by the humans in white coats who worked there. She imagined what it must be like to have a warm bed, a full bowl of food, and a gentle hand to stroke her fur. But Didi also knew that the doors of the clinic were always closed to her. She was a stray, a nobody, a dirty and sickly cat with matted fur, scraggly whiskers, and dull eyes. No one cared about her. No one even noticed her, except to shoo her away or kick her if she got too close. Didi had no friends, no family, no one to trust or rely on. She was alone in the world, except for her dreams. One day, however, something strange happened. Didi was sitting by the wall, feeling more weak and hungry than usual, when she saw a young girl approach the clinic. The girl was carrying a small box, and she looked sad and nervous. Didi could smell that there was an animal inside the box, and it was sick or hurt. She wondered what kind of animal it was, and why the girl was bringing it to the clinic. As the girl approached the door, Didi saw a man in a white coat open it and let her in. Didi felt a pang of envy and curiosity. She wondered what it was like inside the clinic, and why the girl was allowed in while she was not. She wished she could see what was happening, but she knew that it was impossible. The doors were always closed to her. Or were they? As Didi watched the door, she saw that the man in the white coat had forgotten to close it all the way. There was a small gap between the door and the frame, just big enough for a cat to slip through. Didi hesitated for a moment, wondering if she should take the risk. What if she got caught? What if the humans inside didn't want her there? What if she got hurt or worse? But then she remembered her dream. She remembered how much she wanted to be inside that clinic, to help the animals and be helped. She remembered how lonely and sad she felt on the streets, with no purpose or hope. She remembered how weak and hungry she was, with no one to care for her. And she knew what she had to do. She took a deep breath, gathered her courage, and slipped through the gap. She felt the cool air of the clinic on her fur, and the bright lights in her eyes. She heard the sounds of barks, meows, chirps, and whimpers all around her, but she also heard something else. She heard a voice, a gentle and kind voice, calling her name. "Didi, is that you?" She turned around and saw the man in the white coat looking at her with surprise and concern. She saw the girl holding a small bird in her hands, also looking at her with wonder and pity. She saw other humans and animals staring at her, but she wasn't afraid. Instead, she felt something she had never felt before. She felt welcome. The man in the white coat approached her slowly and cautiously, as if he didn't want to scare her away. He knelt down and held out his hand, palm up, as if offering her a treat. Didi sniffed the air and smelled something familiar, something that made her mouth water. It was cat food, the kind she had only tasted once or twice in her life. She approached the hand cautiously, too, and sniffed the food. It smelled good, but she wasn't sure if it was safe. "It's okay, Didi," the man said softly. "I won't hurt you. I'm a vet, remember? I help animals, like you. Here, try some of this." He broke off a small piece of the food and put it on the ground. Didi licked her lips and tasted the food. It was delicious. She couldn't believe how good it was, how soft and moist and flavorful. She wanted more, but she didn't want to be greedy. The man saw the look on her face and smiled. He broke off another piece and put it closer to her. Didi didn't hesitate this time. She ate it up in a few bites and licked her whiskers. She felt a warmth spreading in her belly, a feeling she hadn't felt in a long time. She felt grateful. The man stood up and looked at Didi with admiration. "You're a brave cat, Didi," he said. "Not many strays would have the guts to come in here like you did. You're also a lucky cat because you came at the right time. We have a free clinic today and we could use some help." He knelt down again and extended his hand. This time, Didi didn't hesitate. She approached the hand and rubbed her head against it, purring softly. She felt a sense of belonging, a feeling she had never felt before. She felt happy. The man smiled and scratched her behind the ears. "Welcome to the clinic, Didi. You're one of us now."